guys, and welcome back to my channel, and this video is it's gonna be about foundations. I'm probably one of many foundation whores, I guess. I don't want to use that word, but it's definitely something of an addiction, and I absolutely love buying foundations. I have for many years. It's just one of those habits, like I don't wait till one of my foundations is like ran out. I actually genuinely will buy like an addiction of foundations as and when I see one. But it's not a bad thing, because it does mean that I can do videos like this and tell you all about foundations that I've bought in the past, why I love them, why I'm not too keen on them, what's so great about them, and the coverage, and when to wear them, and etc. I hope you enjoy. So I'm going to start off with quite a few drugstore ones, and then we'll lead on to the high-end kind of foundations. So drugstore-wise, years ago, this has gone quite a long time ago, I went through a stage of going just to drugstore foundations. I think they were amazing. I never really went to high-end. Now, Rimmel makeup was the one foundation that really stuck out for me. This foundation is because of Tanya Burr. She used this at one point in one of her tutorials years ago, and I was like, it looks amazing on her skin. I definitely love it. So I went to get a foundation in Cardiff at the time, and I definitely bought the wrong colour. It's a lot darker than what it should be, but back then Temptalia, the foundation matrix, wasn't around, so it was just go with what your technical mind told you, basically. And this is in, I don't even know what colour it is. Oh, 100 Ivory, which I think really is kind of my colour, but as you can see, it's quite dark. I mean, you know, it could pass off, but it's a nice foundation. It's very dewy, so it's very similar to the YSL Touche Leclerc, which I also bought years ago. I don't have the bottle with me, and that is a very nice foundation, but it is a very similar and a very good dupe. It's a lovely foundation, but I just find that it's quite thick for what it is. So it's definitely something that you work with, and definitely something that you should always moisturise before with. But it's a great little foundation for anyone that's starting off with makeup or doesn't really know much about makeup and is looking for something that will sit nicely on your skin. You will need to set this with powder if you do have oily skin. I have got dry skin, so this doesn't always need much powder, only under the eyes, but it is a lovely foundation, I must admit, and it's one of my kind of like old school ones I remember from years ago. I don't ever use it now. I have plenty to choose from and I use, but it's a great one that I did use in the past, and it's like inexpensive. It's such a good price for what it is. And yeah, Rimmel Wake Me Up foundation. Next up, I went through another phase of liking Stila. I don't like all their products, I'm going to be honest. I don't really get it. I love a full coverage, but sometimes my skin doesn't like it, and I have to try and find a balance between a full coverage and then a tinted moisturiser, so it's not as heavy but then it's not as like packed on, so my skin can breathe. So I went and tried for this, which is the Stila oil-free sheer colour tinted moisturiser in SPF 30. It's alright. It's definitely not, again, not my colour. It's number 1 medium. At the time I just had no idea, but it is like so thick. Like you have to like not even like buff it in. It's like you have to scrape it on. I didn't like this, but it's definitely something that I sampled. It's nice. And it's in my collection, so I thought I was add it anyway. But it is a tinted moisturiser that wasn't quite what I expected, but I do like their eyeshadows. They're doing something right. Next up is a brand called Becca. Now, I discovered the Becca Opal Moonstone, I think that's right, highlighters. They are like skin enhancer highlighters as such, and I wanted to try out other particular products from them because I know that their highlighters are incredible, their blushes are incredible. This is the Becca Radiant Skin Satin Finish Foundation. I have it in the colour Shell, which is like dead on, like perfect colour. Lovely foundation, very light, not that full coverage, kind of a medium coverage. It sits in your skin, but it does move around quite a lot throughout the day. I just enjoyed it for what it was, and I don't really use much of it now, but you know, Becca does do well in other products, and that's why I love Becca. So this is a renowned product in the beauty world, and it's definitely one that really sold me and probably stopped me from buying high-end foundations for a very long time. It is the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Foundation, and I have the colour Vanilla. I went from like W2 W3, W1, and now I'm N2. I finally found my colour. I think I went back, it was kind of a time where I was fake tanning quite a lot, and W2 or 3 was like the colour for me. Looking back, it was definitely too dark, but this is definitely the colour for me now. This is my natural colour. I absolutely love it. It's an amazing foundation. It's definitely a dupe for a lot of foundations. I believe it's better than MAC, but then I've only tried one foundation from MAC, so I'm probably not the best judgment when it comes to this, but I definitely think this is an amazing product. They are the high end of drugstore prices, but they are worth it. So in a way, it's definitely worth checking them out and seeing what you like about them. But yeah, this foundation, definitely a winner in the drugstore world. Got a few high ends. Let's start off with NARS. So this is impressive that I've actually got a second bottle. This one is in DeVille. I've always been in this colour. I believe I've been told I should be a lot lighter, but that's because I at the time wanted a bit more of a darker colour, more warmth, but I am apparently a lot more neutral. But this is an amazing foundation. Again, it's very similar to the L'Oreal True Match. It's quite a sheer but buildable, and it's blendable like perfection. Like, it leaves a slight dewy effect, which is beautiful. I'm going through a weird lip stage as well. I don't know what it is. A bit better. Luminous All Day Weightless Foundation. Now this is incredible. The minute I heard about it, I can't remember, some YouTuber. I fell in love with this when it came out. I went through a stage of being obsessed with this, and now I'm kind of falling out of love of it. The coverage I find is better from the Sheer Glow than it is from the Luminous. This just gives you a lot more of like a glow, which is brilliant, but I like my coverage, so unfortunately for me it doesn't sit one of my needs. I can tell you that, it does alright, but I definitely know that for a fact right now I am sold on something else. So NARS is taking a back seat. I'm sure it'll come back into play sometime soon. I went to Urban Decay, and I don't think I've ever shopped in Urban Decay one bit, and I was like, right, I've got to get a concealer, because you know I love my MAC Pro Longwear. It is a lovely concealer, but I want to try something else. So they said to me the concealers they have are amazing. They're full coverage, they are really creamy, and they are in like a doe foot applicator, so it's a lot more easy to apply than what you would get in MAC. But I was like, okay, I'll give it a go, I'll see if I like it. So I bought the concealer. Holy moly, like, they are amazing. I don't know if they're better than MAC, but I definitely say they are like top level, like they sit nicely together. This is going to be amazing, so I'm going to go for the foundation, because why not? If the concealer is that good quality, the foundation should be just as good. But this was not that impressive, so I popped it on. The coverage was weak, and it is a weightless foundation. It is buildable, but I find that it's just not that great. For the moment it sits just at the back, and I will come back to this soon. I mean, amazing like brand, just the foundations aren't that great. So my friend Sammy Moore, if you're watching, hi. She bought me a lovely treat for this birthday just gone in February. She bought me the Dior Skin foundation. This is the Air Flash Spray Foundation. She's tried this and she's found this is amazing. You're supposed to spray it onto your face. I don't. I spray it onto, I kind of spray it onto the centre, and then I use a brush to blend it out, because it's not quite that efficient unless you want to get like cream in your hair, which for me is just too obvious. But it is a lovely foundation. It leaves a dewy effect. You cannot feel it one bit. Like, it feels like you've got no makeup on at all, which is nice for a change when you wear something quite heavy. It's just a lovely foundation. I definitely rate this. So yeah, Dior, you've done good. I went to London quite a few years ago, 2 years ago, and I went into Illamasqua. Now I went into the one in Carnaby Street, I want to say. Quite a huge store, and I walked in being like, oh my goodness, the colours, the glitter, the pigments. I was honestly like blown away, like so excited. It's kind of like my particular area of colour and shade and tone. So I was really intrigued. I went up to the lady and said, I like the foundations here, what are they all about? So I asked her, she recommended me the Skin Base foundation, and I got SB07, which is a beautiful shade for my skin. It's perfect, and it's in this amazing squeezy bottle. So you do find like you get like a lot out by squeezing. I still feel like I'm still going with this. Like, I know it's on its last legs, but I'm still finding like loads in it, and a little bit goes a long way with this, which is incredible. You know I like smells, but I really like the smell of this. Like, this is the best like smelling foundation that I know. It's just a really nice foundation. It applies really well. It's not too heavy. The coverage is incredible. It sits nicely on your skin. Like, I would definitely repurchase this again, and I think I'm going to do it probably next week. But yeah, Illamasqua, I've got a lot of love for Illamasqua. Recently, my friend got married. Hey Sarah, if you are watching. And she I said to her, please get a foundation that will last you all day, that you feel comfortable in, and something that you know that will wear and look lovely on your skin. And I said to her, please go find some Estee Lauder Double Wear Light foundation, because this is exactly what I would recommend. I have the Double Wear Stay in Place. Now this is incredible. This is definitely on its last legs, but I'm loving it. Like, this is incredible. I love wearing this for like long days when I wear a lot of makeup for an event, or I'm wearing it for when I'm at work and now I'm going to an event after work. Hell, this does not budge. Like, this is definitely an investment. I will buy another one because I absolutely love these foundations. Out of every foundation I've had, this brand is my favourite. But my friend was getting married and I said, that's going to be too heavy for you on the wedding day. Like, you don't want to feel like you're kind of like clawing at makeup. So I said to her to get the Double Wear Light. And when I was putting on her makeup for her wedding day and I put the foundation on, I was like, oh, Sarah, this looks incredible. Like, it looks incredible and it goes on beautifully. Compared to the Stay in Place, is a lot more thicker. This is not. I then thought, I want to get involved. So I bought one. This side is the Double Wear Light. And this one, which is what I'm going to talk to you about, is the Double Wear BB Glow. So you can see the difference, definitely. Like, you can just tell on the coverage. Or perhaps you can, I don't even know. Can you tell on camera? I feel like the coverage is a lot better from this one. It feels a lot more lighter than this. I can tell the difference of like how this feels compared to this. I would definitely buy these again. I'm gonna probably do a little first impressions tomorrow maybe, because I feel like Estee Lauder really do know what they're on about. I absolutely love Estee Lauder. I have a lot of love for the company. So that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it's a bit of a long video, but I think I went through quite a few brands that you may have not experienced before. I know there's quite a few brands that American YouTubers that I have mentioned about that I really want to get into. There is so many brands out there right now that have beautiful foundations that I definitely want to discover and explore. But if you have any suggestions, please put them down below. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, just so that I know that I'm doing these videos right. You know, it'd be quite nice to know that you enjoy a bit of a foundation review as such. And I'll probably see you guys next time very soon, but have a lovely evening wherever you are, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.